So, the remaining episodes of Jellystone were released this week, including the much-anticipated Cartoon Network crossover, Crisis on Infinite Mirth. Of course, being a super fan of both Hanna-Barbera and Cartoon Network, I was hyped as hell to see this. So I fired up my Max subscription and gave it a watch. What did I think? Well, I should probably give my thoughts on Jellystone as a whole. At the beginning I was always kinda mixed on it, but it wasn't until a season or two later where I became a huge fan. I love the writing and its use of classic HB characters without relying too much on nostalgia. Also, because modern audiences aren't quite protective of the classic HB characters as opposed to Disney or Warner's, there's a lot to play with, and in my opinion, a lot of it works. Granted, I personally would have preferred a Tom and Jerry Tales styled Yogi revival by Spike Brand and Tony Savoni, but honestly, this is the next best thing. Anyway, on to Crisis. The plot is about Billy from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab, and Mojo Jojo from the Powerpuff Girls getting transported into Jellystone via portal from their dimensions for being nuisances. Soon, the other Cartoon Network characters find their way to Jellystone and become rivals with the Jellystone crew, leading into a brawl, which it doesn't matter. And I'm not saying that to be mean, the special knows the plot isn't that important. It's more of an excuse to see your favorite CN and HB characters together, even though some of the early Cartoon Network characters were Hanna-Barbera characters, but let's not split hairs. The CN characters that have the most screen time are from Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, and Billy and Mandy, which makes sense since the creator Maxwell Adams directed this episode. Sadly, most of the others don't have much to do, which is understandable. There's a lot of characters with so little time. Ed and Eddie just show up and do nothing. Johnny Bravo has maybe one line, and so does Samurai Jack. It was pretty cool seeing the cartoons again, also CN shows for the mid-2000s and the Renaissance era. Not to mention obscure shows like Time Squad and Robot Jones. Even characters I never cared for, like the original Ben 10 and Squirrel Boy, I was happy to see them. Fred from Billy and Mandy is here too, luckily not very long. Big Dog and Little Dog from Two Stupid Dogs even make a cameo. Wait, aren't they Hanna-Barbera characters anyway? They got some of the original voice actors to come back, though I couldn't help but notice how different Kenny Milo and Cat Cressida sound as Dexter and Dee Dee. Maybe it's aging or them not having done the characters in a while, I don't know. It was nice hearing the original voice actors for the Powerpuff Girls again, especially after that awful 2016 reboot. And speaking of which, there's a blink and you'll miss it jab at the reboot. That might be a little mean, but super hilarious. Some lines don't make any sense, like when Mandy says reboots are made for scumbag animators to buy a yacht. Animators, especially these days, are paid and treated like shit. I think they might have met executives. Mojo Jojo and Sydney Bear have a funny subplot of them trying to fix what happened and falling in love too. I actually think they're kinda cute together. Sydney defending Mojo by fighting the Powerpuff Girls is hilarious. I was hoping they would do something with the Mayor of Townsville's rivalry with Mayor Huckleberry Hound, but it's a quick scene. Honestly, I'm a bit mixed on this. It's entertaining, sure. Do I wish some of the other CN characters had more to do? Yes. But at the same time, I can't expect everything to be like Once Upon a Studio. Honestly, this seems on par with the Teen Titans WB Anniversary Special, where it's mostly just a look, there's that character event, while a few characters get screen time along with whatever voice actors they can get. What did you think? Did you like the special? Did you have the same problems I did? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, I'm 47 Cartoon Guy, and I gotta fly.